If ever in your wildest dreams you are in a zombie apocalypse and the only thing working is the internet, how do you think AI will help you get saved in an apocalypse?
Hi. Hello, family members. Welcome back to my channel.
That's definitely me. We really like the Aran Islands, and that's kind of near Galway. It's both a countryside and an island, which I've never seen that combination before.
For me, it definitely had to be Leh, Ladakh. So it was the most memorable flight I ever had.
Let's see. My husband and I are going to be in Dublin for 3 days. What are 10 vegan restaurants we can eat at? A new place, that V Face, we didn't get to go to, I don't think. So it passed the test.
How you put everything in one platform, it's just breakthrough.
So planning a trip used to take days, multiple tabs, conflicting blogs, that one friend who has been there. Now you type one line and AI builds your entire trip in seconds. Where to go, what to eat, what to skip. It's faster, it's smarter, and it's actually kind of insane. I'm Aakash Khanwani. I've done trips where I've figured everything out the hard way, and honestly, I wish I had this version earlier. I'm your host and your friend for this session. Joining me is Sneha. Sneha, over to you.
Hi guys, welcome to Beyond the Grid. I'm so happy to have Prapti and Deanna with us today. So, welcome to Beyond the Grid. A little about myself. So, I started traveling in the year 2008, and at that time, traveling was more about, reading books and getting inspiration and looking at atlases and looking at geography books and then creating a wish list from the fiction books I used to read. So, that's how I started and started my inspiration journey. But today, now that I've been working in travel for the last 10 years, I can tell you that this has completely changed. So, from being a solo traveler to a group traveler to a person who also travels with families, I know that AI is the current flavor of the season. And for today's episode, we actually want to talk about what is your preferences. Do you actually take the help of technology? Do you use AI when you are planning or when you're actually on a trip, or even beyond, like when you are back? How much do you rely on it? What kind of percentage, if I may ask, would you trust AI with your travel plans? So that is what the episode is going to be themed around, and we would love to hear some of your real life experiences. Because I've been a solo women traveler and a person who still does solo travels a lot, I would want to bring in some of my experiences to share with and talk about here, because I want to understand, does it like make it more safer, more accessible? Do you guys believe in it, or is it just a passing fad? So welcome to our episode, and very happy to have you guys over here.
Thanks for that lovely introduction, Sneha. So we begin our episode 10, which is the real way to plan a trip. Is it the old-fashioned way or it's the AI way?
So
So
let's get into it. Is it like the real way, or is it the fake way, or is it the new way? I can't call it the real way, Akash. I think it's more like a modern way or a new way. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely the modern way. We used it for our trip to Ireland recently, but we started traveling in like 2016 when we went to Southeast Asia, and there was definitely no AI back then, and we did have to use the books and the websites and the blogs and like Facebook groups and everything. So that worked, but it took a little bit longer to get information. So definitely AI is a lot faster because it just gives you the answers you're looking for instantly. So I like it.
great, great. Prapti, for you, is it the new way, old way, or
Yeah, actually, yeah, I agree with Sneha because it's not we can't say it's real, but obviously like it has to be the modern way of helping us to travel in some ways.
Does it help you?
Yeah, of course, it helps me a lot.
So it's better we rename this episode 10, which is the modern way to plan a trip. Right, perfect.
Yeah.
Yes, we begin with the first round, which is called the boarding pass round. So, Deanna, we can start with you. So, in boarding pass, I'll ask you 4, 5 questions. You need to answer it. First is your name and handle. Where are you right now? Your travel personality in one word. last trip planned by AI, you or both? One thing AI helped you while traveling and your 2026 travel energy song or movie.
All right. My name is Deanna, and my travel handle name is Deanna Troy Travels, my first and middle name. And right now I'm in the United States in Connecticut, living with my husband and my cat. And my one word I would describe for my travel personality is intentional. So I really like to focus on like how I'm traveling, how I'm impacting, the locals in the area, and not just kind of like going there and being there. My husband is also vegan, so I really have to think about like where we're gonna eat and like what kind of food. So that would be my word. And then for my song, I would pick, I don't know if you guys heard of this song, but the Ordinary by Alex Warren. It's been played a lot on the US radio stations. And I picked that song because it's kind of about like breaking out of the ordinary, and like it's the chorus is about things that are out of the ordinary. So that's kind of, I want to like break out of my routine, and it's fun to just like not be at home. So like doing different routines, different activities. So that would be my song.
Great, thank you. You missed this one thing out, which is one thing AI helped
Oh,
you while traveling.
okay, so there's very specific places that sometimes Google Maps thinks it knows, but it's kind of more not an actual tourist spot. It's kind of a self-reported or kind of like local, like little, hidden treasure. So in Ireland, there was a love alley or a love lane, and it was supposed to be where travelers write their little love notes and messages all over the walls. And since this was not an official destination, when I Google Maps it, the Google Maps didn't really know. So I was kind of left lost in the middle of the road. And I pulled up AI and I said, okay, am I close? Where am I? Here's what I'm looking at right now. Can you tell me, am I 2 minutes away, 1 minute away? Kind of walk me to there. And it was able to just guide me based on what I was telling it I saw. And I did get there with the help of AI and when the Google Maps failed me.
I mean, that's why one good story over there. And I think, in this modern time, 80-90% will be about AI, I believe. Of course, 10% is going to be a little local, but AI is the way now. Thank you for that, Diana. Thank you so much. Prapti, we move to you. Your boarding pass round. So name your handle.
First of all, hi, I'm Prapti Gogoi, and my username handle is the same, Prapti Gogoi. And if I have to describe myself in one word, my travel personality, it would be free spirited, because I travel without forcing any rigid plans. Like I let moments unfold and open to detours and unexpected connections. And I'm based in Jorhat, Assam. And yeah, the last trip planned by me was my own state, it's Arunachal Pradesh. And by AI, it was my first solo international trip, which was in Indonesia, Malaysia, and Singapore. And also, I remember that one thing that AI really helped me with during my that travel, my international travel, was that navigating the MRT system in Singapore. Because yeah, I think like it's very easy once you figure it out. But like during my solo trip, I used ChatGPT. I think yeah, ChatGPT to understand the routes, the line changes, and how to get around like the city efficiently, and it made exploring the city so much smoother. My 2026 travel energy, I'm not sure if a Netflix documentary counts, but it's
Yeah,
definitely
it does. It does.
it's definitely going to be my all-time favorite mountain queen, the summits of Lakpa Sherpa. I don't know if you have heard of that documentary. So she's so resilient and fearless and quite powerful, and I think she is a perfect example of women empowerment when it comes to travel.
Thank you for that, Prapti. Thank you so much. I think that one answer tells everything. And also the fact that, all of you are using AI somewhere. And I think that already says a lot about where, the future travel is going for that fact, right?
So before we
So
move on, Akash, do you use AI when you are traveling?
me,
Yeah.
yes, actually, before travel, I use it, to make my itineraries and to make myself more aware of what is the budget, so I put in the budget. I see where the taxi is available, where the metro is there. Google, of course, tells you stuff, but the more detailed answer I get is in the AI. and it's all about planning for me in travel space, right? But I think more I plan, more the travel becomes easier for me, right? So
But
that.
I have a question for all of us. Like, see, I still have higher trust for Google Maps, honestly. I don't have a higher trust for AI. So I'm really surprised to hear Diana's story where she actually ended up at the right destination, because for me, it was quite the opposite. So Google Maps showed me this is the end of the lane, and AI couldn't help me. So after that, I kept walking, but I couldn't find the cafe at which I was supposed to arrive. So clearly, it wasn't there. So for me, it was a AI failure and not where AI or Google Maps or technology kind of helped me, because it never existed in the first place. So I am sure these kind of things also would be happening with you guys around the board.
Yeah, for the if it's going to be there or not. Another thing I found AI may fail with was if it's closed for renovation or if it's a seasonal place. Like we had to, like the city of Athlone in Ireland has a castle called Athlone Castle, and we were going to go, and AI told us, okay, go. But then we Googled it and it said it was under construction. So then we couldn't go to that spot. But we figured that out before we got there. So
Yeah.
that's one thing that AI is still like a little lagging on, is the quick updated information of what's closed and what's open. And
And the
I
opening
give you the
hours.
idea, but it
Yeah.
doesn't sometimes
Even
know.
the timings of the activity or the attraction also, I think Google Maps gives a more accurate information compared to like any of the AI tools. Even though they try to, I mean, they are trying to scoop it out and send it to you, but still, like the review will say it is there. But I think sometimes you just have to be there or call up the place, because that's the last resort that you can actually fall back upon.
Yeah, for me, actually, according to my opinion, I think Google Maps and AI, yeah, they're both like technologies that we can use during our travels, but I think they both have like different uses. Like AI is such vast subject if we speak on it. Like if we have different tools for image creating images, creating videos or something, like we have different tools. So I guess like if we talk about like directions or distances, I think we should rely on Google Maps more than AI still now, I think. So it's just my opinion.
No, I agree. I face this in Singapore also. So I agree.
Yeah,
So I
that's why.
face this internationally in India. India still, I will say that things keep on changing because we are a large country and we are always developing or closing or shutting things. But then I've realized it's a universal problem and it's not something which is just limited to India.
Even in for the seasonal things that I was talking about, I just went with Maine with some friends for their birthday, and that's just like a state in the US, and it was the off season of the state. And then yeah, ChatGPT was saying, okay, go to this restaurant, but then I'd look it up and it'd be like not open until May or something. So
Actually, according to my experience, like the best way to find your like location wise, if we are like confused, so we should ask the locals.
Hmm.
That's more effective, I think.
True. True. So this is the consensus around the board then, I guess. Or Akash, you disagree?
I mean, it depends. So I think it's a mix of everything over
Yeah,
here.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Not every
Mix of
time.
everything. Yeah, it's a mix of
Because you
everything.
might not know the locals all the time, or you might not be that forthcoming to go and ask. Sometimes I think there is a hesitance that should I go and ask? Would I appear dumb to ask this question? But then I think each one of us have learned it that it's better to ask
Yeah.
rather than not asking. At least that's what I have learned over the past decade of traveling.
Yeah,
Great guess.
completely. Like it all depends upon the user, like, and also the location, because if we don't have any network, so obviously we have to rely upon the locals.
Of course, of course. Great. I think pretty knowledgeable session over here. A single perspective on AI and travel. We move to our next segment, which is called the Inside Journeys. Sneha, over to you. You can take the first question.
Yep. In this segment, guys, I actually want to, give you a question and understand your reaction to it. So this is how it goes. You land in a new country, a place that you've been wanting to go, and AI travel planner has given you a full plan that, hey, this is what you need to do, this is what you need to experience. So will you follow it, or are you going to tweak it according to you?
yeah, I think it's really good to give you kind of like a head start or like an initial kind of rough draft of your plan, because it is so fast. So it can just spew an itinerary for you instantly. And
Hmm.
then you can kind of go based on, what your interests are and how you're feeling that day. Maybe you have to cut something out of the schedule because you're too tired, or the bus was late and you didn't make it in time for something. So
Hmm.
I would do both basically, travel planning by myself and use the AI. But
So
yeah,
you will
so
bet the itinerary also, and you will also go by at the last layer how you are feeling as a human, because AI cannot play the full game for you.
right,
It cannot know that what Diana is actually feeling that day. What is she in the mood of? Even if you give it the prompt, let's say hypothetically, you say, "Hey, I'm feeling under the sun and I'm really tired after my journey. So I just want to rest in and not do the rest of the itinerary. Can you, advance it for the next day?" I don't know if it's realistically possible or not. If you have booked something already, then I don't think it's possible at the moment, until unless you have a human in the loop where you connect to a customer service and say that, I am not feeling well. So you kind of, do it for me tomorrow.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, not if you've booked things, but if it's just like a location idea, then that you could go in whenever without a ticket, then you could decide not to go to the location, I guess. But yeah,
True.
if you got that ticket, you gotta go.
The- Yeah, true that also. What about you, Prapti? What are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, actually, I have done it already since I told you, like in Singapore and Indonesia. But even if like AI gives me my full plan, I'd fact check it firstly, and then
Hmm.
I'll definitely tweak it according to my, mood and everything. Because for sure, like AI can give you a great base, but I like leaving room for spontaneity because my plans are mostly unplanned. Like this is something about, I don't know, unique, I'd say, about me, which usually turns out the best parts of my trip so far.
A little bit room for mystery, for
Yeah.
something exciting to happen, which is not predicted by AI already.
Yeah, that's what.
But if I have to get a little deeper into your solo trip that you planned across the three countries, would you tell me that till what extent, like how many days did you plan, and which I think you used ChatGPT.
Yeah, ChatGPT.
So, did you get the entire day by day plans and all the attractions and all the MRTs, and like what all did you take AI's help in? If I just have to break it down a little further, that till what extent, I just want to understand till what extent people are actually relying on AI. I understand you will do a fact check because there is a question of trust and the earlier things that we were discussing. But what all did you take out of that itinerary that was given by this AI travel planner?
Yeah, like at first, like before my travel, I just told ChatGPT that this is my budget. So I want like itinerary days since I was traveling solo, obviously. So I don't
Very
trust.
important.
Yeah, it was a whole new country by itself.
Mm.
So yeah, firstly it was like budget, my itineraries, and Singapore is a whole another story. Like, and that was completely unplanned. It was like last minute plan. So yeah, I didn't know like what I would do in Singapore, like what are the attractions that are like famous there. So yeah, that's where like AI helped me a lot. Like it was like really quick. I didn't have to like take much time, like Google it and then write it down again and then like fact check it again. Yeah, that made like a lot easier for me.
So it saved a lot of time from being in the digital maze or the digital matrix. Because I feel after COVID, no, this so many options in this digital world has made me like Alice going down the wrong hole, and I am just lost in this wonderland. So do you guys also kind of relate to that?
Absolutely.
Got it.
Yeah, I
Awesome.
mean, yeah, both like lost and not lost. It's so funny because I think I'm like the opposite of Prapti. Like she's very free-spirited and go with the flow, and I'm a
Yeah.
little more like anxious traveler, like over planning. So I think it might help me like reel myself in a little bit. So I'll be lost like in, oh, I gotta make sure I hit every activity. I gotta plan. I gotta find the things. But the AI is like, okay, here's just like an easy list for you. So I'm like, okay, I don't have to stress out as much or worry that I'm missing something or kind of go too deep in the travel planning and get myself
So
too
your
worked up.
FOMO and your
So
anxiety are both managed. So AI is acting
yeah.
or doubling up as a healer or a therapist on the go with you sometimes.
Yeah.
Or is it
Yeah.
causing, see, sometimes for me it is causing more anxiety because it gives me more FOMO that, oh my God, I did not do all this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's there.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. That was again very knowledgeable of all three of you over here. We move to the next question, which is Diana. We go over to you. If ever in your wildest dreams you are in a zombie apocalypse, okay, and the only thing working is the internet and the AI apps, right? How do you think AI will help you get saved in an apocalypse?
I mean, AI is good for teaching those basic skills that maybe like you don't learn in school, like how to
Yeah.
grow your own food and how to build a house and maybe how to set up the radio to contact people. That's all stuff I don't know how to do any of that. So if the internet's only working, I'd probably be like, okay, how do I make a spear to throw at the zombie or something?
That's fun. That's fun. Actually, I think, I have seen a lot of zombie movies, and I actually, sometimes think of myself in it. What if I was there? What will I do? How will I get out of it? And how will I get my family out of it? I used to get those dreams. Thanks for that, Diana. So, what about you, Prapti?
Actually, I don't know if that is a like complete coincidence, but yesterday only I was like rewatching a movie. I rewatch movies, by the way. So I don't know if you have seen or not this Train to Busan. Have you seen
Yeah,
that?
yeah, of course, of course. The
Yeah,
Korean
it's
movie.
kind of an
Yeah, have you seen
OG.
it?
Like it's really old.
I haven't seen it.
You should really
It's
like
a
watch.
good movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good movie. So yeah, so like I am like full fan of all these kind of movies, sci-fi horror movies. So exactly like Akash said, like I imagine myself like when I'm in that kind of situation. So I'm 100% using like AI as my travel bestie because I'd have it like map safer routes, like food spots where I can find suppose medicines on like whatever essentials I need, and then track the danger zones like nearby, and even learn like quick suppose survival hacks. Suppose there is a abandoned building where I need to like go and like hide safe, and there is a generator and I don't know like how to like yeah, run the generator. So I'll just use AI for that, and like AI would basically be my strategist, I would say.
That's
I'm
a
so
very
happy to hear this.
I've
You
planned
guys
it
have
all.
watched zombie apocalypse movie Zombie Land. So they're like Zombie Land series, no, part one and part two. You are describing situations exactly from that movie.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what.
Very lovely answer to both. You had some survival instinct, I would say. Both of you. Okay, yeah. Cool. We go ahead to our next segment, which is called personal life lessons. So these are the stories we would want to know, and we would want our viewers to learn from you actually. Your past travel, some survival stories, and some guidance and tips you can give to us and our viewers. So, Prapti, we start with you. So, your first solo international trip was Indonesia and Singapore, right?
Right.
And I've seen that it changed everything about you and for you as well. What was your favorite memory of that part of that trip as well? And second, if you had AI planning tools back then, would that trip been easy? Of course, you told not back then you had ChatGPT, but for example, if you had something like Claude right now or some more
Mhm.
AI tools right now, it would be easier or less powerful. So we start with the first one. So tell us about your first trip, solo trip, and your favorite memory of that part.
Yeah, so actually, I like to combine like these days concert and travel mostly. So, like, first of all, like my main, destination was my Blackpink concert trip, which was happening in Jakarta, Indonesia. So, yeah, that would be my favorite memory if I.
Which concert did you go to over there?
Blackpink,
Blackpink. What's your
Okay.
favorite Blackpink song that you actually groove to in the concert?
Oh my God, I can't choose. Like but it has to be like their debut songs, like "Do Do Do," then "Bumbaya," and yeah, those kind of like old songs. What about you? Are you a Blackpink fan?
I am a Blackpink fan, so that's
Oh
why
wow, that's great.
I picked up the question. So, but yeah, I also travel for concerts. A lot of people who are from the newer generations and the older generations are actually, traveling worldwide because of concerts. So, very, very interesting that you actually picked your solo trip because you were going to a concert.
Yeah. Like firstly, it was that was my plan, and then it tweaked like and like Singapore, and then Malaysia, and like everything.
How was Singapore for you?
Yeah, Singapore was totally unplanned for me. And even if it was like unplanned, I enjoyed it a lot. Like I didn't even take inch of stress because of AI, I would say, thanks to
But what
ChatGPT.
all experiences did you really like in Singapore?
Singapore, actually, I really liked the MRT system there. It was so convenient and so easy to travel from one like place to another.
Mm-hmm.
And
So you ended up
second,
buying the Easy Link card.
no, I used my debit card, international
Okay.
debit.
Okay.
And yeah, I went to Universal Studios, and that was really fun for me. Like, even though I was alone, but I really enjoyed a lot.
Great,
No, no,
great.
it's a fun day tour here there at Sentosa. So I'm sure that you would have had a lot of fun at Sentosa.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
there is Minion Land also, which has come up. I think it's been a while.
Yeah, it's new.
Apart from like USS, there are a lot of islands which are there in Singapore. In Sentosa, you have a lot of activities. Did you get a chance to do any of these activities? Like there is jet water rollerblading, I think it is called. I'm not getting the correct name, which you can do. Then you can do bungee jumping and you can do cliff diving. There are a lot of range of activities which Sentosa as an island like offers.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
would
yeah.
definitely recommend you to check it out like next time when you are there if you've
Next
not had a
time.
chance because
Yeah.
it has gazillion things to do in Sentosa.
Yeah, definitely. Like I had two things in mind, that Universal Studios and Harry Potter. They're like that was like really
The
near my,
Visions of Magic
yeah,
thing
Visions
has
of
come
Magic.
out.
It was, yeah, just one day kind of trip, so I didn't have much time to like
Ah, okay, okay. No,
everything.
one
But
day too, it's not possible. One day, 2 days you need at least in Sentosa, just in Sentosa.
yeah,
It's
that's
a
why.
very short tour. Understood now.
Correct.
Yeah.
My next question, I think Sneha would ask you the next question.
So I am more curious on the solo side of things because earlier you were talking about like how safety is an important aspect when you are traveling alone as a woman, and it kind of influences what kind of places you choose to stay in, what kind of hostels or Airbnbs or even hotels. So do you think this modern way of travel is kind of influencing that or helping you with it, especially like at what stage? Is it with the reviews? Is it with the names? Or is it just still the traditional way where you go with what a friend says and you look up a vlog or a blog? So, how does it kind of, this modern way changes things for you? And if you are actually on the trip, how much of your safety quotient is kind of satisfied? So, what can AI enable with you with today when you are actually on a trip?
Okay, so yeah, as much as I catched your question, so I think I'll do a mix of everything. Like I'll watch vlogs also. I'll ask my friends who have been there like before, and also I would use chat like whatever AI tool I've been using,
Hmm?
and like basically like if I have to answer, like AI would like handle the logistics part,
Hmm.
so I would focus more on the like experience, my emotions, and like actually living on the trip, like instead of like figuring everything by myself.
But can it make it safer and more accessible for you? So that is what I'm more trying.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
So
sure.
does it create a false sense of control? So does it actually make it safer?
Yeah, yeah, actually, like in Singapore, like I was staying in this Chinatown part. So Singapore is very safe, no doubt. But like, yeah, like whatever like questions, because I put that thing like ChatGPT in ChatGPT that I would be traveling solo. So I don't know, like it sends my emotion or something, but it already like created like they like it added points like how to travel safe as a woman. So that thing happened to me. I don't know like if it happens to everyone, but yeah, I think in that perspective, I think we can use AI like solo women travelers for easy travel and safer travel.
Yeah, I will top it up because when I choose stays, it shows that rated 4.8 by women travelers, or women travelers have really liked this place and reviewed it to be safe. So those kind of reviews is something I definitely go by, and it does influence my, choice for staying in a place, especially when I'm solo traveling. So I kind of get what you are saying. I agree with you.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Thanks for that, Prapti, for sharing your insights on your first solo trip. We move to Deanna over here. Deanna, you're traveling. I've seen you're filming, you're posting, and like in your Instagram feed, I've seen that there's structure to everything you do, right? So from Ireland to Greece, which country do you really, love, and what's the reason behind it?
Yeah, so AI helps me with the structure and the filming of things. Like as I said before, my first trip was where I backpacked in Southeast Asia with my boyfriend, now husband, way back in 2016. And yeah, there was no AI or anything, so we were doing more spontaneous and like asking the locals and the Facebook groups. And but that was with my partner, so not solo. And I do have a soft spot for those areas just because it's very beautiful and the people are so lovely and the food's amazing. And then, kind of more recently, where like Prapti said she went to a concert, I kind of did the same thing where I planned a whole trip around a concert. I won Taylor Swift Eras tickets in an Instagram contest. Woo!
I'm also Swiftie
And
in the house.
I'm
yeah.
all Taylor Swift fan over here.
Yeah, so we this was for her European leg of her tour. And so I just tried to pick one of the tour locations that nobody else was saying. So I looked at the comments and tried to see, okay. And I picked Lisbon, Portugal, because everyone was saying Tokyo, everyone was saying Sydney, everyone was saying like Australia, but I picked Lisbon and then I got the tickets for me and my husband. So I said, well, I guess we're gonna go to Europe. So I got to start planning. And that was like 2 years ago. So then there was the AI element of it, which helped a little bit. But and in that Europe trip, yeah, as you said, we went to Greece and France and all those places. And yeah, Greece was really beautiful and vibrant. And then so now, yeah, recently our latest trip was in Ireland, and it was also very great. Basically, for all the places I go to, I try to kind of more so like my favorite place will be what gives me a feeling or what makes me feel the most welcome, not just what's the most beautiful or Instagrammable or anything like that. So yeah, with Southeast Asia, that's kind of like feels a little bit like a second home because we spent like 2 years there. But with Ireland, yeah, it was really nice and welcoming, super safe for solo female travelers too. And Ireland was just really great because it's such a small country, but you can see so many different types of mountains, oceans, cities, and even we went from one side of the country to the other side in only 3 hours of driving, which is unheard of in the States because in the States it's like 6 hours just to go to another state. Yeah, so basically that's kind of, which my favorite countries and why, and AI has helped for the more recent trips just because it's made it a little bit easier. But it was also, fun to kind of like, rely on the locals and, ask those Facebook groups of people that have been there and everything. So
Perfect. So I have a follow-up question over here. Where all have you traveled in Southeast Asia? Like what experiences did you do?
oh yes, let's see. I went to Vietnam, Thailand, Singapore, just like Prepti, Indonesia, Malaysia. I got my list open here because sometimes I forget. Yeah,
I'm looking at your fridge
Philippines.
magnets, stickers.
Yeah,
Collected
Laos, Thailand, Hong Kong, and Taiwan. So like 11 spots over there.
a lot. Yeah.
Great. Did you like what was your favorite spot in your Vietnam, Thailand, and Singapore?
I think we actually lived in Vietnam for 6 months. We had an apartment on the city of Da Nang. It's like a
Yeah.
beach city. So I think because I both traveled all to different places in Vietnam and lived there for a while. So I think Vietnam is my favorite. And I love the food and they give you fresh herbs with every meal. And yeah, I think the Vietnamese food was my favorite too. And yeah, I got to make some local friends I'm still like buddies with online today. And it's just like very nice over there. So that one's probably my favorite.
Great, great. Thanks for that. Thanks for that, Deanna. Sneha, over to you for the second question.
Just from hearing from your experiences only, Diana, I remember you saying that your husband is a vegan and you keep choosing like you have created content also which is catering to veganism. So how difficult or easy it is when you are traveling to a new place? And how much do you think today's modern way is kind of contributing to helping you figure that out? Because I have a cousin who is turned vegan, and it becomes an absolute nightmare for her family because the entire family is non-vegetarian by choice. So how do you go about it?
Yeah, well, I mean, I myself am vegetarian, so as well. So, and he's vegan, I'm vegetarian, so we are kind of eating similar things. So it's not like I'm trying to go get steak or something, and he's like, stuck eating lettuce. But we, yeah, the AI. So that was kind of recently. So when we were in Southeast Asia, we weren't vegetarian, vegan, but for these last couple trips in Europe, we were. And I do use the Happy Cow app. But again, that app sometimes doesn't know, of a new spot or if a spot is closed or something. It sometimes is a little bit lagging on the info, or it doesn't have like somewhere that just opened because the restaurant has to put themselves on the app. So if they don't or they can't pay for it, then they're not on there. So with the AI, it kind of I was like, okay, I'm gonna be in Dublin. Like, where can I eat? This is my hotel. What's a spot with vegan choices that's like 5 minute walk
And
if we
did it
don't
give
want
you
to.
something interesting to actually experience? foods or eat
Yeah,
with.
yeah. It did help. And even, not a completely vegan spot, or they'll be like, oh, this place has a vegan option, or they have almond milk or something. So I
Mm.
definitely, it was good to use, both the app and the AI to kind of help find those vegan hotspots. And yeah, I have like a YouTube series all about different vegan spots around the world, like vegan and foods in London, vegan foods in Las Vegas, like all those types of spots. So, and it's helpful. And I do that too to help other people who, may not know where they're going to eat when they get into a city and or a town, and then they find my video.
They are gonna check out your vegan playlist after this because it's a
Yeah.
very handy one.
I
And
really, yeah.
yeah, it is very interesting that you are doing this because you guys have a choice towards it and you are practicing it while you are living it and traveling. So very, 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 very useful information. One last question on this segment because you've been filming Ireland and you are documenting it. I just want to hear from you because I've seen so many videos and read so many articles around Ireland. What is the top one experience, just one, that you feel is
Ooh.
best experience you have had in Ireland so far?
Wow. Well, let's see. We really liked the Aran Islands, and that's kind of near Galway. It's just like this beautiful, it's both a countryside and an island, which I've never seen that combination before. So you see the fields, you see the cows, the farm animals, the plants and everything, and the fields and the crops. But it's also on the sea. So then it's like it's got a little of a beachy vibe, and the cows are like hanging out by the ocean. And you're like, whoa, I've never seen that before. And they have electric bicycles for you to rent, so you can just ride your bicycle all over the place. And yeah, so that's really nice.
And definitely going to check it out. It sounds very, very, interesting and good to me. So thank you for that recommendation.
Yeah, of
I
course.
really wish I knew your vegan YouTube series before because I went to Las Vegas and half of Indians are vegetarian, right? So my mother she said that so it's very tough to find vegetarian food outside, right? If it's not an Indian restaurant. And I remember we were near Fremont Street in
Oh
Vegas.
yeah.
Yeah, and we were all hungry, so we went to a burger spot nearby, and I asked the representative there that, hey, can I have a vegetarian burger? And she's like, yeah, for sure. And I was surprised that, okay, we do have a vegetarian burger over here. Of course, I was non-vegetarian, so we all ate chicken burger. But as soon as she gave me that vegetarian burger and my mom took one bite, and she's like, this is not vegetarian. This is something
Oh
else.
no.
I took that burger. I just saw and I was like, hey, I ordered one vegetarian burger. And she's like, oh, I thought it's beef burger. So she gave,
Oh shit.
I was like,
Well,
what
actually, yeah, I mean,
on earth?
Vegas does,
Yeah, and that
yeah.
was kind of it was a very serious issue for my mother. But I was like, these things happen. But the series you are doing right now, it really helps other people to know and go exactly where they want the food from, and that really helps. Thank you for that. So our next segment is called the travel react moment. So I'm gonna show you some meme, some funny content, and you can just, share your thoughts onto it, what do you feel about it, and we can go ahead. Perfect. I'm just gonna share my screen.
I just do because I feel better. If I feel better, I'm nicer. If I'm nicer, my life goes better. Because if I'm nicer, then you're going to be nicer to me. And if I'm nice, everything runs smoothly.
So I think it depends on the mood. Like, what's your thoughts onto it? Like, why do you travel so much?
It's so funny. Even though this is a meme, this is like so true because like I will like, yeah, from being in the same routine and kind of like being on funk, I start to get like a little more down or a little bit like thinking I can't do as much in a day or something because I'm like tired. But then when I go out, then I'm like, wow, I can walk around all day and have the energy, and I can, do fun things like more often than I would think. So I agree with with that lady saying it makes you nicer and like more happy.
I mean, every 4 months, I'm like, I need to go somewhere. I'm irritated. I need to go somewhere. Prapti, what's it for you?
Yeah, that's what. Like, I get this meme because, like, almost all my friends are like asking me this question, like, how do you travel so much? Why do you travel so much? So, yeah, I get
It's a
this.
medicine. It's a medicine.
Exactly. It's medicine, it's drug. I don't know what you call it, but it's everything. Travel is
Perfect.
everything.
So we move to the next reel over here. How often does that happen to you when you come back from a vacation and you're like, okay, now I need to get back to reality?
Oh
That's
yeah, definitely. Oh, go ahead, Prapti.
no. Like I don't know. It's a mixed feeling. I won't say like that's the worst feeling ever. Like coming back from vacation and working again. Like, but then you get the motivation to like earn money and
Yeah.
save it and do it for the next trip. So yeah, it's a mixed feeling.
Right. Now that's a positive approach.
Yeah.
It's almost like you forgot how to work for me. That's how it is. I'm interpreting this as because the guy forgets he has to press space or enter, which happens with me. I forget how to use technology because I've been touching grass for so long.
Okay. We move to the
Yeah,
next one.
Quite a few times.
50 times?
More.
100 times?
More.
200 times?
More.
500 times?
Probably.
How often do you guys think of something,
In a
by-
day, in a year, in a month, like what is the question?
I don't even think about it. I've actually done it. Like the thing I was telling you about, that Singapore story. It was a one-way ticket. Like I just planned a ticket for going, but I didn't plan the coming back one. So that was
I'm so proud of you to hear this today, Prapti.
Good to know, guys. Good to know.
yeah. I mean, there'd always be a certain city we'd go to that'd be like, we could live here.
yeah,
Yeah.
every city almost.
Bumbleclad, let's go.
Let's watch it again.
Bumbleclad, let's go.
See, it's the reality. Travel is costly, right? So, you're fighting for your life financially, and your friend asks if you're down for a trip next week, but the love for travel is so immense. You feel like, we'll see the finances later. Let's go.
Let's be broke now.
My
Let's
DM
get broke
filled
now.
with this question, like when is your last trip? Sorry, next trip. When is your next trip? Like where are you going next?
Yeah, and always like I try to save like a lot of budget trips. I'll be like how to get things for free and how to get the lowest cost place. So I'm like kind of always thinking like I'm about to go somewhere else probably soon. So I gotta like try to save money where I can.
That's all of us.
Let's watch the next one. This is how excited we are. So this is so me. If I know I have a flight to catch tomorrow and I'm going for a long vacation, I start dancing. It's like, okay,
Yeah,
break now from reality check.
I like never realize it doesn't click in my head until like I'm on the plane. It's like, am I really
yeah.
gonna be gone for like a few weeks? It doesn't feel like even when I'm packing and everything. So I celebrate when I land. I'm like, yes, now it's time to party.
Same for me. I am very anxious that might be something is going to go wrong and I might not end up visiting the place. So I don't do the dance until I actually reach that place. But I will do it only once I've reached there.
for me, like the sleep is gone
Yeah,
before
I
like
can't
the trip.
sleep the whole night. I
Yeah,
can't.
I can't.
It's like Christmas the next day. You're like, yay.
We have the last meme for this. I think this is Deanna will relate to this move.
Hi. Hello, family members. Welcome back to my channel.
Oh yeah.
Hi. Hello, family members. Welcome back to my channel.
This
Oh
is
yeah,
my
that's
favorite.
definitely me. Like it's so funny because now with kind of the newer like I started on YouTube. So I was really used to filming horizontal videos and everything, but now with TikTok and Instagram Reels, I do have to also film vertically because
Yeah.
there are some AI tools that try to switch it, but it's never really that good. So it's just best to get like all the different types of footage. So definitely influencer mode is activated, and even though it's fun, like it is kind of work too. So I have to like kind of focus on getting all the footage I need while still having a good time. So yes, I have a sleeper agent of influencer activated. I wake up, I'm like, okay, I gotta do the filming, I gotta say the things and go to where I want to go and all that kind of stuff.
It definitely awakens the diva in you, I am
Yeah.
sure. As soon no, it's time to post. Showtime, guys. The diva is awake.
That's what like during my travel, like during my journey, like not I don't post during my trip. I post after my trip. So yeah, so that's like always dot 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 dot.
Yeah.
But why don't you post during your trip? Like, is it more like a
No, no,
superstition
no, no, no.
or
It
is
just
it that you are
like there are
too
two
much?
reasons basically. Like, firstly, I want to enjoy my trip rather than like posting on social media and replying to everyone. Like, that's the first
Yeah.
thing. And second thing, like, since I travel solo, that too, like, I'm a woman, so obviously I have to take precautions. So it's for a safer perspective.
Yeah, yeah. I also don't reveal the locations, but sometimes the vanity kicks in. So I definitely want to tell
Let the
also.
world know
Yeah.
I'm
It's
here.
Yeah,
pet
I mean,
peeve.
I've done both, or I've filmed after, but then I have so much backlog that it's like it takes forever to go through I'm still going through pictures and videos in Ireland and everything. It always takes me like months to get through everything. Even if I do a little bit of posting while I'm there, then it's like I still have so much left over. So yeah, I still do a mixture of both, but it definitely is supposed to be safer to not share your exact location while you're there because anyone can come find you. So I usually like if I'm posting about something, it'll be like a couple days or something after I've already done it or like a month or something.
I post on the go. I post on the go. Over, so we are free. Like, let the world know I'm here. Hello.
Yeah, yeah. I have been with Akash on a work trip and I know that he posts on the go. I can vouch for it that he is on the phone posting and letting the world know, guys, I have arrived.
I think that's the most. I say I find happiness just posting a good story and putting an audio behind it which resembles the sea, the vibe. I think it's peaceful for me. It's just therapy for me. I can't blame myself. Cool, guys.
And do you then like rewatch your story again and again? Just
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Guess
just
it.
multiple
asking.
times. I
Guess
was
it.
like,
Prapti, what
oh,
do you think?
what?
Yeah, it's like, ooh, my story was good today.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, perfect, guys.
All right.
Right. So we move to our next segment, which is called the rapid fire. Sneha will take the lead on this one. Sneha, over to you for this and that.
Yes, yes. So this is a high energy, fast. You don't have to think. You answer very, very quick. If there is any unintrusive or random thought coming in, please do share. So let's jump into it. Are you going to be a spontaneous traveler, or are you going to travel everything down to the detail, to the last detail of it, one by one?
Spontaneous traveler, of course.
I said I kind of like to do both. So plan the things and but then like keep a day or two like open for randomness.
So are you gonna save money or are you gonna save time?
Save time for me.
For me, I'm always about saving the money. So I do like I'll try to spend a little bit of time to like research a photographer that's less expensive than the others and find a stay that's a little more cost effective.
Yeah, yeah, that's also there. Like, yeah, a bit of both.
Hmm. Okay. So are you an over planner or are you a smart planner or are you a under planner?
Well, yeah, I've said before I'm like an over planner, but with the AI it helps
Do you
like
have an
kind
Excel
of
with
take
all the
alleviate
things that
half the
you
stress.
want to do? Like, Deanna, I have a follow-up question. Do you have an Excel which you create that these are all the things I must do, everything I must visit?
Well, yeah, there's like a general list of like, I'd like to see these 10 spots, but if I only see five, then that's okay.
That's how I also travel. That's why I was asking you this. Prapti.
Yeah, yeah, that's like I won't
On the
say
moment.
smart travel, but I won't even say like under planning. But yeah, I think bit of both.
What's your favorite mode of travel? Traveling by air, by train, or by sea?
Definitely by air,
Uh,
I think. I've
yeah,
never
yeah,
been on a cruise or anything like that. So, I mean, I've been on boats before to get from like one place to another, but I get like seasick. So, definitely by air is the best for
yeah,
me.
yeah. For me also, travel by air.
All right. So you like to do manual planning or you like to go by what the AI is saying for your itinerary, or you go to traditional travel agents or you buy packages?
Yeah, I've never done the packages or the travel agent. So it's either like me and my husband are working together to do the plan manually, or, we ask the AI for a little bit of help.
Yeah,
And we do
yeah.
a little bit
Same,
of both.
same goes for me. I haven't like used a travel agent so far.
Okay. Would you rather lose your wallet or would you rather lose your passport?
Wallet, of course. Then the passport takes so long to get, you get the refresh and then you have to wait for it to come in the, shipped to you wherever you are. So I think wallet for sure.
Yeah, wallet. Like if I have to choose, definitely wallet.
Would you
You're
rather
only
lose your luggage or your wallet?
I think still wallet because if I lose my luggage, then all my clothes are gone. So sometimes that's irreplaceable. You found the perfect thing. The wallet, you could just quickly cancel the credit cards and, call everybody.
Would you rather lose your phone or your wallet?
Oh,
Wallet. Definitely wallet.
yeah. Wallet again. Yeah.
Why do you
Because the
carry the
phone,
wallet
like,
every
what if,
time? It's like a weird.
Nobody cares about cards and money anymore. I'm just surprised. Money will earn again. Our credit cards will get again.
Because like nowadays we don't have cash.
Yeah.
We
We
use,
used to
yeah,
have.
yeah.
that's what.
Over
And
to you.
sometimes even the cards are on your phone too. So you could still use your card with like Apple Pay and stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah. Thanks for this, guys. So time for some couple of questions I'm gonna ask you guys, and then we move to our next last segment after that. So over here is Deanna for you. What are you really chasing when you travel?
Ooh, yeah. So, like as I said, yeah, breaking out of the routine, doing something different, but also experiencing new ways of life, different cultures, different foods, and something that kind of like alters my brain chemistry and changes me a little bit versus, making me be the same. So I love searching for that.
Perfect. How about you, Prapti?
I crave for two things when it comes to travel. First is peace, obviously, and that's why one of the reasons that's why I solo travel. And secondly, freedom. Like I get to choose, yeah, both. Like because both are the reasons why I solo travel mostly. Peace and freedom, and also like I like wherever I go in every trip, like I find a deeper connection with myself. I find a different bit of myself. So yeah, there's that.
Nice. One travel habit you think that wastes your time. For example, travel queues, buying tickets from multiple platforms, buying itinerary from another, or you just, everything here and there. So one travel habit that wastes your time, Diana.
Yeah, I think as you said, buying the tickets from multiple places, doing this, and it's just more streamlined when you use the AI. Or it does help. Solo travel's great, of course, because you get to do what you want. But then it is good to have someone with you so they can like take some of the planning or some of the booking. And my husband and I usually split it like half and half. So.
I mean, so
Yeah.
that's what we do over here as well. At a lake, everything is on one platform. You don't need to, buy tickets from 10 other things, book flight from 10 other things. We do, do everything from one, and which is called an ER. It's a trip planner for us. It will plan everything for you and book everything for you. And also human in the loop, by the way. So that's our USP. I just wanted to tell you about that. For you, Prapti?
Yeah, definitely the things that Diana said. But yeah, I think the things like your trip
Planner.
travel, yeah, you do. So I think that's a very like breakthrough kind of thing in terms of travel. I think, yeah,
Yeah.
that's
We would
good.
really urge you to try it out. So, IA is our travel planner and it gives you very contextual answers. So, after this session today, I would actually urge you to go and try anything that we spoke about today in the session, like, plan a trip to the moon or plan a trip to for a vegan eating couple.
We'll just show you how to do that. All right. So, Rihanna, one flight that you remember, it might be a flight, of full of turbulence or something, some funny incident, something that happened.
Ooh, a flight. Let me think about this. Well, in Southeast Asia, we went on a flight that was like the tiniest plane that we've ever seen in our lives. It was only like 10 or 20 people could be on this plane. And I think, I don't remember exactly where it was. I think it was somewhere in Indonesia to Malaysia or something like that. Or it might have been to the Borneo island. I think it was Borneo where there was only like one flight to there and it was so tiny and it was kind of scary at first because we were like, is this gonna really get us there? But it ended up being fine.
Perfect. Prapti for you?
For me, it definitely had to be Leh, Ladakh. So it was the most memorable flight I ever had, and it was a morning flight, and it was like sunrise in between all those like the mountains were all chocolatey white and vanilla chocolate kind of thing, and it was
Yeah.
so like I just thought like I was like entering into some fairyland or something. It was so beautiful.
Right. Sneha for you?
Same. So the Himalayan ranges have been beautiful for me. I have done it through Nepal, and I have also done it for Ladakh. And I relate with you, Prapti, over here because it feels like you are in heaven, and it is
Yeah.
beautiful to look at the entire ranges. So I spent like special money just to take that Everest ride because I absolutely am in love with the ranges. So yeah, that was the most beautiful one for me. What about you, Akash?
For me, the flight was from New York to Tokyo. It was a 13-hour flight, and two incidents were very, I have flashbacks of it. One was very beautiful, and one was very terrifying. So on one flight itself, saw both of these things. So I saw four planes at once from my left window. I was counting it. Okay, there's one, there's one, there's one. And left side, it's the sunrise which is happening. So I was traveling from time zones, sunrise, and I could see here night. And there was a mixture of colors in between. And four flights, and that was mesmerizing for me. Second is when we were just about to reach Tokyo, it was monsoon over there. The plane dipped around like 200 feet, like it went like this, and everyone shouted. I was like, okay, I've arrived. I need to go. So yeah, that was it. Cool. Thanks, guys. Thank you for it. One last question over here, which is one decision you would still never trust AI with on your travel. Just one decision.
Okay, let's see. Well, I guess this is not quite a decision, but one thing I use it for when I'm filming, if I'm out and I'm about to film an intro of somewhere in some place, then I quickly ask it for a couple facts. So give me like three facts about the Dublin Castle or something. And then I can say, I'm here and it was, made here and, blah, blah. And it kind of helps me film those like intro videos. And that's something that I would trust it with because it's just facts. So there's no opinions, there's no when is it open, there's nothing like that. It's just what's the historical facts about this place that it can easily get that information and give it to me. So I like that.
How about you, Prapti?
For me, I never trust my emotions with AI because, like, while traveling, also sometimes, like solo traveling, especially, we don't have anyone to share our emotions. Like, we're like getting afraid or scared or something. So I won't trust that with AI. Never.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Cool. Thank you, guys. Now we move to our last segment, which is called AI Fixes This. And it's more of a live session over here where I'm going to screen share an AI trip planner for you. And you can just, you can share your prompts. For example, for you, Deanna, it's something like, couple planner, couple traveler going to, for example, Ireland or Bali or Southeast Asia for 3 days, budget constraint, share out itinerary, something like that. You can just, tell me. And for you, Prapti, it can be solo female traveler, safe trip, Bali, 3 days, luxury trip, or a budget constraint, right? I'm just going to screen share and show you what is that we're talking about
And
over.
feel free to add like anything that you guys it's popping in your head, which you want to, customize as per who you are, whom do you usually travel with, what are your eating or traveling preferences, what kind of stays do you like, views do you
Yeah.
like. We want to test it out. We have an in-house tool, so we want to see how it goes. I'm very excited.
Excited.
So it's called
Wow.
Ia, and it's a fantastic new visual board. So we will show it to you, and we want your honest input on it.
So yeah, this is called IA. It's your travel twin basically. So you can plan anything and everything over here. So there goes the screen share, right? So this is IA, like plan book on from your every trip, IA, your travel twin, right? So let's go with Diana. Diana, what do you want to ask IA over here?
Ooh, let's see. I'll say what you said before. How about my husband and I are going to be in Dublin's for 3 days. What are 10 vegan restaurants we can eat at?
Couple traveler, uh,
Dublin,
Dublin,
10 vegan spots.
Yeah.
and Ireland. I guess we'll have right? 10 vegan restaurants basically or spots to try.
Or vegan option restaurants.
Dublin is a
All
perfect
right.
home for
Yes.
vegan cafes. Here are my 10 of my favorite plant-based spots that range from cozy cafes to upscale dining as well. So it gives you every option. So
Yes.
the
And
first
I
is
did actually,
fancy.
we went to the first three places, but a new place, that V Face, we didn't get to go to, I don't think. So, yep, we went to
We
It's a Trap. So
it
let's
shows
see.
it shows token as well. It shows the amount as well.
Yeah.
You can add it to your like if you want to build it and co-share this trip with your husband, let's say, you can actually do it with him together. And whenever you guys are free, you can give it a reel link also. So if you guys want to give it a shot that, I like one of Diana's reel and I kind of want to put it over here, that build me at what is it talking about. So it just deciphers what is there in that reel and it pulls out the list and it kind of does that. So if you're game for that, you can check that out as well. But it
So there
passes
you
the
go.
test, does it for you,
Yeah,
Diana?
so yeah, I was saying that it did a good list to 10 because in my own research we went to five of these places about, but there's a couple places we didn't see. So it's good that it
Hmm.
mentioned a few more. Yeah, like I don't think we didn't go to Blazing Salads or Token, but we did go to the Saucy Cow place and the glass restaurant that it was talking about. So it passed the test.
So you
Let's
can use IA anytime and everywhere. It gives you the exact detailed answer you want. You want anything and everything. It's here in your travel destinations. Perfect. So we move to Prapti. Right,
Yeah,
Prapti. What?
okay. First of all, Aya is so cute. Like, I'm just watching that little bird. It's so pretty.
There is a full-fledged version of it also, so you can see it on socials. It's coming alive. It's a small baby bird who's growing right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so cute. Okay, so here's a real one. So, solo female traveler,
All
Bali,
right.
like you say, 3 days,
Hello, female traveler.
Bali,
Maybe
3 days,
3 days.
mid budget.
Mid budget.
Uh, and as for me, I want like off-bit and non-touristy places.
And from India, you want, right?
Yeah, of course. And like, I obviously want to have safe stays and yeah, cute cafes. And all of these like without wasting much time on commutes, like long commutes.
So there you go.
And
So
Bali's
yeah, has
great.
prepared
Oh,
your itinerary as
So
well
if you
over.
go to the timeline or the calendar, Akash, it will be a quick view for them. So there are, see, different kind of planners. So there it gives you a visual view, it gives you a detailed view, and it gives you all kind of like cafes, flights, places, and each day you can expand and see. So you can go
So
to
yeah,
or like timeline, it will be easier for us to go through it.
yeah.
And it gives you timings also, you can shuffle things around.
Wow, like this
So
free? Is this free
it's
for
a
everyone?
free tool. For now, it's
It's
a
a
free
free
tool
tool.
and getting a 10% discount on it. So if you want to actually go ahead and book this itinerary after planning it through year, you can click on get a quote on top.
Mhm.
And this is a promotional introductory offer. And our travel advisory team will sift out any, let's say, on ground challenges or modifications that is needed, because we always believe that AI will assist you, but it's human in the loop who's going to sort it out for you. So they can help you do that, and you can get a 10% off completely on this at the moment. And it's live for everybody across globally. So I would really urge both of you to go and play with this tool as much as you want.
Yeah. There's always like room for change, but yeah, this is like so amazing. Like there's one tool for everything, like
Yeah.
for
So what?
And if you want to give it a link, let's say on top of it here in this chat, you want to build it more and you want to save this. So it's that one repository of all your notes, your Pinterest links, your saved reels, your Excel sheets, everything. You can give it to Ia and it'll personalize it as per like what you want.
oh
Yeah.
wow. That's
I like how it separates the timeline and like the notes and everything because that's
yeah.
something like the other AI's programs just kind of like spit you the text and you kind of have to
Yeah.
like organize it yourself into a table or something. So that's good that you can like move the little itinerary things
Yeah.
just so easy and not have to like, copy or paste or make a bullet
Share it
point or
also. On
any of
top
that.
from invite, if you click on invite, you can actually share it by copying this chat link, or you can give it the email ID of the person. Let's say you're planning it with your family, or you're doing a group trip or a solo trip. Not a solo. If you want to share it with anybody, then you can actually share it with everybody else, so whoever you want to share it with.
That's
And they
good
can
too,
also
because
add stuff. They can also
my
add.
mom's always or my husband's mom's always asking like, when are you gonna land? Like, what's your flight details? And like
Yeah.
all this stuff. And then instead of just, having to go back to my email and find it and whatever, I could just send her the link and be like, okay, here's the whole trip. You can watch our whole trip.
And even if you get late, for example, your flight is delayed, you don't even have to worry and let the hotel know. So yeah,
Mhm.
your hotel know that you're gonna get late and your room is gonna be settled that way,
Yeah.
right? Depending on timeline, depending on your check-in, your check-out. So Ia will know everything. And for example, right now for Prapti, so as I wrote Solo Female Traveler Bali, so Ia said that this itinerary is designed for safety and soul searching. And
Yeah.
so you can highly rated secure boutique resorts and explore real Bali away from the crowded tourist place. From India, and it's also saying that ensure you apply for your EVOA online to skip the airport queue. So it gives all the
Regional
details.
arrival
Extra
suggested.
Everything in one platform. Everything in one platform you get, and cafes and cascades in both. Go to, for example, check into this resort. It's $160 a night, mid budget, like she said. Go to Lord of the Rings
And these
style.
prices are checked from the Google, and it is what suggesting, not from our
Mhm.
platform right now.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
once you book it from our platform, you will get the updated and the most best cost, because that's something our
Yeah.
platform does. But here we don't want to plug that in. We just want to tell you the utility of the tool, that here whatever you can see as highlights or bold, you can actually hover over it and it will give you in real time the information. So all of that is very helpful, because like I was saying, I was planning a girls trip. I am still I've done my itinerary with Tia, and the three of us are very happy, because earlier we were fighting that who's gonna do what, and which person is gonna book which travel agent. But then now we have sorted the itinerary with Tia, so yeah, it's quite a relief actually.
So yeah, guys, and it also plans your calendar this way. You don't have to worry. It will make you remember that you need to
There are a
go
lot
here.
of tools,
Wow.
like utility. We'd love to take it like offline also. If you have any questions, we'd be very happy. And any
Yeah.
feedback on it, please do share it with us, because you guys are the first ones we are showing the tool today on this session. So happy to
You are
hear
the
it.
first ones. Yeah.
Wow, so lucky.
Thank
Great.
you.
I really love like how organized the whole system is, and like how you've put everything in one platform. It's just breakthrough.
Thank you for sharing that.
Last question for you guys. One word or one sentence for Ia. Diana, for you.
Like one word to say
Or
about
one
it, or
sentence for Ia. Yeah.
Ia is everything. Go for
That's good.
that.
Prapti, for you.
As for me, I don't know if it's one word, but I'll just say
One sentence, yeah.
all in one.
All in one. Perfect. Thank
Definitely
you,
want
guys.
both of you to test it out.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can.
Oh, you're
Anytime you can
welcome.
use
No
it.
problem.
Perfect. So thank you guys. Thank you for being here. Now we close this. Before closing, we can also do one segment. Prapti and Diana, you can ask each other any questions you want, any doubts or anything you have. Go for it.
First of all, Deanna, can I ask the question first?
Yeah, go
Yeah,
ahead.
of
Go
course.
ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I've been dying to ask that question from so long. Like, how was the Eras tour?
The Ears tour. Oh, it was awesome. I loved it. The show I went to too had the band Paramore opening for that particular show, so that's one of my favorite like pop punk bands. So that was really amazing. It was a 3 hour show, like they were saying, and of course the time went by so fast. And we
Yeah, of
actually got
course.
to kind of sneak our. We got free tickets. They're a little bit far in the back, but we got to like sneak up closer to the front, so we had a really good view, really good seat, and we dressed up and swapped the bracelets. So it was like a whole experience.
And how is Mother Taylor Swift in person?
Oh, beautiful. I saw her in the 1989 tour too. So it was really cool to see
You are that
how she's
lucky.
like, yeah, how she's like advanced her singing, her dancing, like her whole like, essence basically is upgraded, and
Yep.
all her show tactics and technology and everything. So that was really cool to see.
Wow. Okay. So I have a second question. So I've got that like you've traveled a lot to like different countries. So I want to know like what's one like financial habit that helps you travel more?
Oh, financial habit. Okay. One thing that's been really helpful is getting a credit card that gives you travel points, and that you can just do your regular shopping, gas, groceries, whatever, and it will give you points that you can, use on flights or hotels, and you can actually book the hotel through the website and use the points on it. So we actually, when we came home after our backpacking trip, our flight from Tokyo to the US was all covered for both of us with all of our travel points with that card. So that's kind of like main tip.
Okay. So like that's just a follow-up question. So which one do you recommend? Like Forex card or like credit card? Which one?
I think, yeah, we use like the Chase Sapphire card, And so, yeah, that has a lot of good travel points.
Okay, I see.
Yeah. So, yeah, for you, I was wondering what was your favorite country out of the Malaysia, Singapore, and Indonesia, and why?
Yeah, country-wise, it had to be like Singapore because it was so like clean and like everyone was just so busy with themselves that I can do like whatever I want. Like I can vlog and everything, and I can just do whatever I want. And it was like so organized and like so efficient. Like I like coming back to India, I thought like, where am I living? So yeah, I think Singapore has to be my favorite.
Ooh. And I guess a follow-up question would be would you ever consider moving to Singapore?
Actually, I have like Googled it. I have watched YouTube vlogs of so many Indians like who have moved to Singapore. Yeah, but that's like I don't know. I'm not sure, but I don't know. But I
I think
love
that
to. But I love to like. But yeah, Singapore is like very expensive. Okay, like in that terms, like I'm a bit skeptical. But yeah, otherwise I'd love.
For it, Prapti, there are a lot of options in today's world where you can actually make that happen. So Singapore is a very women-friendly country, and
Yeah.
you'll be able to figure it out. So sky is
Like
the limit for you.
yeah, like it's a funny thing. I don't know if I have to like let it out, but I've also seen like how like maid they're so like expensive in Singapore and how like I've considered myself to be a maid and working in Singapore. Like whatever it takes to shift me there.
Yeah, whatever floats your boat, as long as you're there. Singapore for me also is a very special country because it was my first international trip. And I know what you're talking about because I've gone there multiple times to know how special it is. And whatever makes it happen and makes your dream come true, you should go for it.
Yeah, that's what. And also, yeah, it's also special because I've met my like online friend, I would say, long distance friend. She was from Philippines and she was also solo traveling, so we met in Singapore. So yeah, that was also why Singapore is special for me.
Yes, I relate to that.
Yeah.
I like I was just saying that when Deanna was explaining about Taylor Swift concert, Prapti was like this. Oh, so cute.
Yeah, we
Oh
were
my
trying to
God.
ask that question because when she said it was Taylor Swift, I was saying Eras Tour. And I saw Prapti mouthing Eras Tour. So we're just waiting for this segment to come. So I'm so happy that you actually related
Perfect.
this to us.
Cool, guys. Thank you. And that's a wrap on today's episode of Beyond the Grid, modern way to plan a trip. I think if there's one thing to take away, it's the travel today doesn't have to be chaotic, scattered, and overwhelming. There's always a smarter way, more intuitive way to plan your journeys, one that blends technology with real human insights. And I think that's where the AI and the ear comes in, simplifying the way you discover, plan, and experience travel. So you spend less time, figuring out little things out and more time actually living them, living the moments like Prapti does. Thank you for tuning in. So, guys, if you enjoyed this conversation, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And the next time you plan a trip, try doing it the modern way with Ia. And if any of our viewers have any questions, just write on the comments below. I'm sure Deanna will probably will answer it. See you on the next episode of Beyond the Grid. And my co-host Sneha, thank you for joining in. Thank you everyone for joining in. Sneha, any closing thoughts from your end?
Thank you so much, Prapti and Diana. Today's episode was actually very, very interesting for me because we learned about how we still are traditionally traveling, but because of modern technology and AI, we had a good conversation around Google Maps versus AI versus how spontaneity plays a role, how the on-ground situation plays a role. And yes, perspective has shifted a little bit for me. Yes, I am still a little skeptical on using AI even now, but I am definitely excited to hear from people. What are their first thoughts on how are they going to use IA? And from both of you today with the dry runs you have had. So thank you so much for my co-host Akash, and thank you guys for being here on Beyond the Grid. And keep exploring and keep sharing more of your nuggets. Thank you guys.
Thank you so
Thank
much. Thank
you.
Bye
you.
bye.